शुरू करें? Hello everybody. Today we will discuss the force analysis in case of 4-bar mechanism. 4-bar mechanism A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is a 4-bar mechanism. We will discuss the force analysis. How we can find the forces on various elements and how we can find the torque or couple on link number 2, that is AB. AB is the crank. How much is the magnitude of the couple on link number 2? Link number 3, that is BC, is acted upon by a force P as shown, and it is line of action of the force P is passing through point E. E is a point on link BC, that is link number 3. Similarly, a force is acting on link CD, that is link number 4, and the line of action of this force is passing through point G. G is a point located on link CD. As you see in the figure, and we have already also discussed in the class, that link number 4 is acted upon by 3 forces. One force is F, one force is this is link number 1 to 4. F1 4, F3 4 and F. There are 3 forces acting on link number 4. In such a case, the force acting on link number 4 from link number 3, that is F34, can be resolved into 2 components. When 3 forces are acting on a link, the force acting on link number 4 from link number 3, F34, can be resolved into 2 components. One component will be parallel to the link, that is, it will be parallel to CD, and the other component will be perpendicular to CD. So, force F34 can be resolved into 2 mutually perpendicular axes. One force perpendicular to the link will be F34T, and the other force, which is parallel to CD, will be indicated as F34N. So it is easy to find the magnitude of F34T by taking moment about point D. So it can be taken by the moment equation such as F34. F34T will be perpendicular to the link. F34 into CD is equal to F into a line of action is drawn parallel to the line action of this force from here. The shortest distance is X. So the value of F34T can be this much. The value of F34 can be this much. F34T, which is a perpendicular component on link CD, and its magnitude can be determined like this: X into F. X into F is divided by CD. We have already discussed this type of force in case of slider crank mechanism. Now, F34 is determined. Another force will be F34N, which will be perpendicular to F34T. That force will be perpendicular to F34T, and that force will be parallel to the link CD. So, first point is how to find the magnitude of force F34T. It is perpendicular to the link CD, and with the help of this equation, moment equation, we can find the magnitude of F34T. Now, this is figure A, or is known as configuration diagram. This is figure B, by means of which we can determine the magnitude of F34T with the help of moment equation. Now, C, the step C will be, consider the forces on link number 3. One force is acting P. It is given in magnitude and direction both. P. So on the plane of paper, a line equal to P in magnitude with some suitable scale can be drawn, since force is a vector quantity. So from the end of this force, a force F43T can be drawn. F43T, it will be parallel and in the opposite direction to that of F34T. So F43T will be equal and opposite to that force. So this force can be drawn in direction and magnitude. This force can be drawn in magnitude and direction. So their resultant is R. Join this end with this end. So their resultant is R. So direction of R, which is resultant of P and F43T. The resultant of forces acting on link number 3 is indicated by R. So R is the resultant of these two forces. R is the resultant of these two forces. So R can be determined. Only the direction. So the direction of their resultant. One force is passing through, the line of action of each force is passing through point C, that is F43T, and the other force is passing through E, that force is P. So these two forces are acting on link number 3. The resultant will be obtained by joining the ends of the forces. So the direction of resultant R is, which is the resultant of P and F43T. It can be, this figure is just to find the resultant or the direction of resultant of these two forces acting on link number 3. So two forces are acting, P and F43T. From these two forces, their resultant can be determined like this. Now, figure D. What is mentioned in figure D? Link 3, that is BC is drawn. BC. It is drawn in magnitude and direction to that of link BC. BC like this with some suitable scale. Now, the line of action of F43T, the force acting on link number 3 from link number 4. F43T, the line of action of this force will pass through point C. So from C, draw a line parallel to F43T like this. That line, C, this line CO is parallel to F43T, is parallel to this. It is drawn in direction. Another force is acting through E, that force is P. So from E, a line of action, a line parallel to the line of action of force P is drawn like this. So this is the line of action of this force F43T, and this is the line of action of this force P. Both the line of action of this force and this force intersect at point O. The line of action of force P, which is passing through E, and the line of action of F43T, which is passing through point E, are intersecting at point O. O is the point of intersection of the line of action of the force P, which is passing through E, and the force F43T, the line of action of which is passing through point C like this. Both intersect at point O. Now, this is the direction of the resultant. Resultant on acting on link number 3. So from point O, draw a line parallel to R. This line is parallel to R. This line. This dotted line, which is passing through point O, is parallel to R. R is the resultant of the forces acting on link number 3. Now, the direction of F43N, direction of force F43N is perpendicular to that of F43T. So from C, draw a line downwards indicating F43N such that this line is perpendicular to F43T, like this. This line intersect, the line of action of this force F43N intersect the direction of the resultant OM. This is the direction of the resultant R. This line and F43N intersect at point M. Point M is the intersection of R and F43N. This force and line of action of this force and line of action of the resultant R intersect at point M. Now, if you join B to M, it will indicate BM will be the direction of the force applied on link number 3 from link number 2, that is F23. F23 is the line of action of the force. BM is the line of action of the force. BM is the line of action of the force F23. The line of action only, not the magnitude. Now, in figure E, we will make a force polygon of link number 3. In figure E, this is figure E. This is nothing but the force polygon of link number 3. So how to draw it? First, on the plane of the paper, draw a force P in direction and magnitude. It is given in direction and magnitude. It can be drawn with the help of some scale. From the end of this force, draw F43T with magnitude and direction both. The direction of F43T is parallel to F340 but equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So F43T can be measured or can be drawn to some scale with the same scale. Then another force will be perpendicular to F43T. That force will be F43N. It is known in F43T is this much. F43N is this much from this figure. It is given here. Now, it is given in magnitude and direction both. It is given in magnitude and direction both. It is also given in magnitude and direction both. P is given fully. F43T is given fully. F43N is known fully. So, join this point to this point, that will indicate F43, resultant of these two forces. F43 is the resultant of this force, that is F43T and F43N. The resultant is F43, this much. Now, from this point to this point, it will be the resultant of the force F23. That if you join this line, suppose this line is AB. AB is nothing but it is F23. You can measure it with the help of scale, F23. F23 will be the force acting on link number 3 by link number 2. Next point is F23 will be equal to F32. F23 will be equal to F32 because both the forces are acting in the opposite direction, but they are of equal magnitude. So F23, the direction is taken from this figure. That force is acting like this. F23. I can draw it separately. I can draw it separately for you, and it can be like this because we have to find the couple. This is link number 2. This is link number 2. This is link number 2. This is figure E, then F. Figure F. Draw link number 2. From this end, this is A, this is B. Draw this line parallel to AB. And a force F23, then it will be F32. F32 will be in this direction. Another force parallel to this will be passing through here, through this point. A line parallel to this is drawn. That force will be F32, and that force will be F23. And suppose this is the distance between them. This distance, perpendicular distance, is h. Then T2, what is the magnitude of T2? T2 will be F32 into h. F32 into h. That is the torque. That is the couple acting on link number 2. The line of action of this force will be parallel to this or this. Parallel to this or parallel to this. That is F32. Magnitude can be taken from this figure. Magnitude of F23 can be taken from this figure by measurement with the help of scale. That is F32. Force acting on link number 2 from 3. Or the force applied by link number 3 to 2 will be parallel to this. This line is parallel to this. Magnitude can be taken from this figure, not from this figure. From this figure you can, it will be like this. F32, F23, perpendicular distance between the two line of action of forces H. F32 into H will be the couple acting on link number 2. So in this way this figure is complete. I think it is okay. If there is any doubt, it can be discussed by sending some mails, or we can discuss in the class itself next time. Now I advise the students to have a study of this article also, from the books also, then everything will be clear.